Welcome to the 17th Philippine Summit with the theme of Mobilizing Investments, Accelerating Growth.
Let me assure you that while the global economy may be clouded, we are prepared to weather this environment with fiscal discipline and a well-calibrated plan for fiscal sustainability.
It was a very good event. I think there were lots of very good insights. Typically, from us at the venture capital and startup industry, this is something which is quite a different event for us. But we're glad that we went because there's lots of good insights, and more importantly, I think we met a lot of very interesting people and speakers. Thank you.
Having me was a great event. Great to be back face to face, and really interesting and awesome co-panelists, I guess. And yeah, really good to hear their perspectives, and Governor was here as well, and very interesting to hear his views, and sort of. I guess we're facing a lot of headwinds, lots of clouds in the sky. So hearing from sort of the top economic managers is really very interesting.
Oh, the Asset Philippine Summit is always one of my favorite activities. I'm glad we have it back. I really enjoy how there's such a broad range of speakers covering all these different perspectives, and it's always good to see everyone.
We also had completed the first maiden peso bond offering here in the Philippines.
And then, so if you layer the green bond framework, which would be great, but it's an additional 10 to 50 basis points a year.
Firms like ours are actually very positive towards the Philippines going forward.
There's a lot of efforts on the part of the SEC to digitize all data about corporates.
I'm really glad we're back here face to face. It opens a lot of networking opportunities. I really like the Q&A portion of each segment. I think the interview were asked a lot of hard-hitting questions that the guests were able to answer and provide a lot of insights to the attendees. Also, I like the panel discussion. I think it's very relevant to the times now.
Oh, it's very well organized. I'm impressed. And the program flow was very good. You had speakers from the government, the finance department, the central bank, and the SEC. So we had a very good update on the regulations. And then you also had ASEN from business big business to even startups. So I found that very interesting. And also the updates on digitalization, ESG, and many other topics. Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, it was great. I think having the Secretary of Finance here and the Central Bank Governor, it's a big plus. And I enjoyed the event. The panel was great. The mix of speakers. It was a great session this morning. Well worth it.
We had a very low policy rate, 200. Why? Because we wanted to counter the effects of COVID.
The topics were very timely. The speakers were quite an incredible cast of characters, no less than Secretary Docya and PSB Governor. So the topics, as I felt, were very, very relevant to what we're experiencing today. And the speakers, complete grasp of the topic and wealth of knowledge, and very, very great for us who were part of it, because they were just sharing their knowledge, sharing their experience, and more positive things to come for the Philippines.
Really awesome. I really enjoyed the event this morning. Very good thought leaders, speakers, Secretary Ben Jocno and Vice Governor Philip Medalla, and the panelists were all good. So very happy.
I think, again, in this person-to-person conference, I think we need more of this. And I know that the asset has been here in the Philippines on this such type of event for so long. And of course, on the part of the SEC being the regulator, we find it as a very convenient and helpful venue to actually ventilate and disseminate whatever plans we have as well on the capital market. And hopefully that with this, we have a bigger audience, the asset being a global entity. Definitely, we would like you to be able to disseminate whatever plans the SEC has on the capital market here in the Philippines to the whole world.
To us, that means they perceive opening an account and using an account as entailing high cost.
Finding alternative ways to capturing some of that data and integrating it, I think, is extremely important. To deploy more of those services.
In the early stages, you'll always see a lot in terms of trust, and a lack of trust, and a lack of education.
So the only way for us to, I guess, communicate or reach out to our clients is through online platforms.
For us, we know that there are a lot of digital opportunities, of course, and opportunities, business opportunities that come with digitalizing.
Very interesting. I mean, I've always been attending all the asset summits. It's good to be back face to face. Not only interesting but very relevant. The topics and the discussions all are good nuggets to bring back home and to consider for our future planning.
Well, I find this event to be very good because we had the chance to communicate our efforts and what we're actually doing or about to do to the wider community so that there would be increasing understanding. There's more cadence between government and also the industries and the public, with this kind of understanding, then we can go through this crisis and all these challenges, not only in a more harmonious way, but I would say that we could get over these challenges more quickly than if we are to persist in not understanding each other and walk our different ways.